Morning, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm here to talk about words. It's something I've been thinking about. Hope. I made a post yesterday. Hope is uncertainty in a wishing of well-intentioned thoughts that can be made so as one believes it to be so. And the reason why I wrote that kind of just came to me. It was one of those moments, sometimes when you guys get downloads or something. It was something I thought about a lot. What's coming up lately is words and how much time a lot of us spend talking to clarify the feelings, the knowings, the energy, the emotions, to portray that in word form. And I was, an example was when you're thinking of, a well-intentioned thought, you're having love for someone and maybe you're unsure of an outcome, so you're hoping that it will be okay. And that is well and good. And that is kind of where I started to come up with, when I thought about it, I'm like, well, what is hope really? Hope really then is an uncertainty in an outcome. And I looked up the definition, and the definition of hope here's what it's written as: a desire combined with expectation gives grounds for hoping. So there's an expectation there. It's a desire. It's a thing that's desired. That's what hope is. You have a desire of an expectation in a future tense. I talk a lot about gratitude in the present moment. And that is precisely, and I just looked this definition up a couple minutes ago. And, a belief with a possibility of obtaining. So there's the belief there in a possibility of attaining. So there's that uncertainty that's there through the hope. And most times hope is something that in our minds is utilized for good. And I just kind of took it a little deeper as I thought about it, because then it made me think about the fact that a lot of us have a lot of hopes for things. And I bring it up because we have that ability that when we are aware and believe in what it is we're doing, the power of that manifestation, that power of our thoughts, the power of our words, that when we integrate these things and realize that we are love and that we are all of these things, then what is hope? Hope is then the uncertainty of a well-intentioned thought. And that is in a future place. It is not in the now. So when I began to talk about it, it was more of connecting with what that hope is, that the expectation for the possibility of this to happen, whatever it is, to find that in the presence then, and what is that hope then? And then if it's possibly you're wishing someone to be well, or hoping for them to be well, you hope to have ... You hope someone is ... I say it a lot to my friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, because there's that trust that they are doing well, but maybe there's something then that person that you're feeling, maybe they're going through something, so you're hoping that they're well, and that's awesome. So there's those moments then to take that thing, that hope right there, call that person. What can you offer that person? And then it kind of puts you into that hope that you have to maybe find a solution, perhaps, in your way. And obviously, I'm not here telling anybody what to do. It is just simply me reflecting on myself. And it was something I thought about all night, and I had a brother message me about that, because I responded with that statement, and it came right out, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. So I made a post about it, and it's just more food for thought. There's just so much with what I've been feeling and seeing happening, is there's this energy exchange with people, and it is that knowing. How do you express that knowing? And I'm using the word hope. It's just one word, but in a lot of conversations with so many of us these days, there's so many words that come together that mean so much, and it's that communication between all of us, that wherever we're at, to have that common language, the communication. We're all feeling it. We all kind of know it. But then it is when we're with people talking about it, and there's those exchanges back and forth, that validation, that confirmation that, oh, what I'm thinking is okay. And those are part of attachments too, and part of agreements. And it's so important that we all go within. I've also made a post about way showers. Those that come aren't coming to be told what to do. They are finding their own way. And to me, that's really important, with the authenticity and uniqueness of all of us, that it is our own way, each and every one of us. And then through all of our ways, we communicate with words. And that is when the word is so important, to distinguish what that word means from one person to another. They're usually pretty close, but it's kind of, you can get wrapped up into that, and that can deter from the whole energy exchange. It is in this vibrational force that we're all in, that we have that knowing and the edification of the communication. It's amazing, and I'm utilizing this right now through going live. And I use the word hope because it's a positive word, it's a positive message, and in no way of what I'm saying taking away anything from that, other than bringing attention to the fact that when you do think about the use of it, how it is even defined as a expectation of a possibility of what a desire wants for an outcome. So it is then there that the outcome isn't necessarily known. There's hope there that that outcome will be what your intention is. So I only bring it up to bring attention to that very word, and that we all, in our own ways, maybe pay attention to that simple word with the well intentions of that word, that there is that possibility in the now to take that hope that you have and then offer that to whatever it might be. It is believing in the power of the sovereignty of what is within us. And that is kind of what I was getting at. So I hope that makes a little sense. Do you see my play on words? Oh, I love all you guys. Food for thought. How's everybody else doing today? Going through that Gateway 1111, full moon energies. Hope everybody's doing well. There was a little period I went through a few days ago of kind of denseness, and it was I was being tested. My mind wanted to get in there and start putting fear in there. So it's an example too that each and every day is its own gift. And I passed my tests. I didn't let fear take over. And what came to me was that very simple thought about hope. And I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. And this is my way of being in that hope by sharing this very thought. It is through my heart that this is always led. So I'm in the Mystic Traveler of Many Blessings, the group. I'll probably post a link. We're going to have our evening blessing, prayer, meditation, healing session, 20 minutes. It's just a moment for the now to take 20 minutes and center, ground, go within, see what happens, however that might be. And I got a little puffy eye today. I went down to the lake by my house the other day, and it's, not to put a damper on my awesome conversation here, but there's so much pollution out there. And I'm about to embark on a journey south. I keep talking about it, but it is going to happen. And water is such an important feature in this journey. I'm going to be traveling along rivers and things like that. And I kind of woke up today and my eye was funny, and I'm like, I was there this summer a couple times, and that happened too. And it makes me sad because it's a beautiful fresh water. And so what's it going to take these days? What's it going to take for people to kind of wake up with so many things, So I'll do what I got to do. I'm going to get a Berkeley water filter as I travel. And, right there is another thing, present in the moment, how many of us that we do have tap water and things like that. And I know I've talked about the detoxing and putting lemons in there to alkalize it, to purify our body. And I think some of these are things that would be beneficial to anybody. It's just a recommendation. I specialize in the detoxing of the body, to purify, to clear your channel, to clear your energy, to clear your auras. It helps balance your chakras. It helps your spirit, mind, emotions. Everything we feed our body is so important, and I'll always suggest that to anyone, to pay attention to your diet. Look at the foods you're eating, get to some whole foods, a lot of nuts. I usually post some things like eating of the rainbow. There's certain foods for each chakra. All of these types of things are beneficial for the routine, and it's the daily routine every day. It is so changing. I'm proof of that. I'm fairly healthy, and I've always been fairly healthy, but the change in my diet has really, really exponentially affected my ability to hear the messages and keep my energy clear. I started the conversation with my post I made, because it's just something to think about. Hope. Thank you everybody for coming. I'll look through comments after. I'll probably put the donation in here if anybody wants to donate. I know once I get moving, I plan to speak with people, meet with them, talk about their daily routines. That would be a great start. You can introduce yourself, stop for a day. Depending on what time of the month it is, I do the moon ceremonies. The last one I just did, it was pretty cold outside. My devices were freezing up. And I know some of you guys were there for that, so I really appreciate it. I can do card readings, Reiki. I got a table, healing hands. Can do that. I'm going to be traveling with that. So I'm looking forward to the weather getting warmer. It's pretty cold here, and so that's about all I got to say for right now. I'll probably see you tonight if you're in the group with the evening meditation. The Mystic Traveler of Many Blessings, where we started our first Zoom earlier this week, and I look forward to doing more of that. We're talking about the 4 agreements. I consider that a very nice foundation to get speaking about different things that we're all going through. And again, way showers. We're not here to tell people what to do. It's living it through experience, and everybody has their own way. We're all unique, and it is to celebrate that uniqueness. I also host at the Way of Conscious Mindfulness. I would love if anybody has anything they want to share, creative energy-wise, to hit me up. We can schedule an interview, if you have some instruments you play, or if you have some artwork you want to share, if you read poetry. I'm always looking to share with people. It usually brings out stuff in me because I've been doing a lot of artistic, creative things all my life, and it's like I have this vault of things. You know, the evolution of Jake over, 45 now, over the 20 years of stuff I started saving. It's like, and then for me, it has enhanced with as I've awakened and ascended and all those terms, more words. But it's really enhanced me as I've cleared my chakras and as I've cleared my energy field and have been able to simplify my life. The amount of love that comes through in different ways now, part of which is speaking and to help invigorate anybody else to get your voice heard. I mean, it's so amazing the amount of people that are out there that have such an amazing gift. And it's a blessing, and I'd love if you would want to share that. And I'd happily be, I got things I can share too. I've been working on doing my drums live and that kind of stuff. But just helping all of us raise our vibration and get out there. That's what it's about. Focus your intentions. It's powerful. So thank you guys for hanging out here this morning. I love you all, and we will chat soon. Namaste. Sela, I just seen your comment. How can I go in the group? I'll put the link in here. I'll check my comments. Thank you very much.